So hello everybody, my name is Oksana and in this video I'm going to share with you my first ever sketchbook. So actually it's Notepad, which I started using more than 1.5 years ago, and yeah, let's start. So it has this sticker on the front. It's in Russian. If you can imagine this, you can achieve it. So, and that time I imagined that I can draw and paint, and let's see what happened next. So this is the first one. I drew it in an airport, waiting for my flight, in a kind of cafe. I hope you can see that this is a lamp on the wall. So anyway, let's continue. Oh yeah, it was a long flight. We were boring, me and my husband, and I decided to draw a cartoon character. It's hair, very famous in Russian cartoons. Actually, it doesn't drink and doesn't smoke, but my husband decided to add some extra details to make it funnier. So, and you can see what happened. Let's continue. Here I just tried some pencils. I don't remember which ones actually. And here I started drawing some mugs, because I believed that drawing one and the same scene every day will improve my skills very fast, something like that. So it was 17th of January 2019. And one more mug, 23rd of January. You can see that I didn't do it every day anyway. And one more mug, 27. And I got bored with it and I decided to draw a glass of, not of water, just empty glass, and some stationery. There is a pen and some stickers and sharpener, and I don't know even what is else. So next one, I got colored pencils. Actually my mother bought and presented them to me because I didn't want to spend money on anything like this, because it's not a work, it's just a hobby. Why should I spend money on my hobby? Stupid, but yeah. Okay, so it's my first try of hairs. It's bad, it's very bad. I don't want to look at it. So this little cutie is a fox, yeah. And I drew it with the online class of Matita school or something like that. If I'll find a link to them, I'll show it to you in the description below. And yeah, it was very easy, not very long, and it looks quite cute, right? At least for my first experiments. So it's my second try of hair, and it's much better now, I suppose. At least now you can see that it's hair. So some experiments, you know, it's when you take Instagram on and try to repeat all these very short and very fast instructions. Draw this, don't do that, and so on. So this is what happened to be. Okay, and there is March. You didn't miss anything. I didn't draw for a long time. And actually it's a paper bag with coffee or tea or something. And it worked out pretty well, actually. I even can see a kind of zipper or something here. Well, next one took me actually several days, because I worked on all of little details, and by the way, I didn't have much time. It was like a half an hour a day, and it's like a first landscape, but I didn't draw it from the real image, it was a reference photo, so it is what it is. But I love landscapes, I love buildings drawn in graphic style and so on. So as you can see, my English is not perfect and it's not my native language, and I'm just like trying to maintain it while speaking to you. I hope it will help me. Well, next one. I suppose it was something in March or maybe even in April. So there are no dates on other sheets of paper, so let's be end of the March, beginning of the April one. And this is the first person I tried, and I don't know whether she looks like real her or not. So it's the Doctor from the famous series. I like it very much, and I tried to make a picture of the main character, of the main hero of this series. So I hope it's not so bad for the first time in colored pencils. Oh yes, 13th of April, the first part of April. So, and here's just some sheets of paper where I trained a little bit, because you know, all this trying to make equal lines and equal dots and so on. Okay, I'm back. So you didn't miss anything. It's one more trying, and this is also one more unfinished sketch. I don't know, I tried to paint, or I'm sorry, to draw a rose, but my mother says it's a monkey. I don't know why. Write in comments what can you see, monkey or a rose. Let's continue. Quantity becomes quality in Russian, and some more tries to make my head more stable. Not very good variants. So, and this is a pack of flower seeds actually that laid on my table. Nothing interesting, but maybe it looks quite real, maybe not, I don't know. So, and from this time I decided to get more serious on drawing people, and I decided to start with like parts of the body. Yes, almost all of the next drawings, and yeah, mostly drawings here, are just made from different tutorials on YouTube, and it's one of them. And actually it's May, so half a year. One more trying of hair, not very successful as you can see. And here we are in June, and this is Marina Mogilko, I suppose. It's a Russian YouTuber and entrepreneur who lives in USA now. At that time I watched her videos a lot, and it's portrait number 2. Yes, I'm counting my portraits, how well I'm doing it or not. Next one, again drawing with a tutorial of Russian YouTuber Yulia Melchenko. I'll give you her link below later. And oh, it's, I don't know, can you see it? The same bug, but it was like just paper that couldn't be used because of picture on the previous page. So one more, this time very strange eye because of this part. I don't know, maybe someone took it and pulled, maybe not, but it looks kind of scary and a little bit unreal. Anyway, it was one more try. So again, colored drawing, butterfly, and it's the middle of June. And I was trying to work with proportions here, but it looks like a little bit squashed, or how to say it in English, I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't look proportionate enough for me. Eyebrow, yes, just eyebrow, why not? and a kind of cat. I don't even remember which one. Looks like maybe some wild cat, I'm not sure. Anyway, it was one more tutorial from YouTube. And here we comes to noses. Yeah, this one is actually quite pretty, I suppose. I did it very good, I liked it. And one more drawing, again this tutorial. And here we are in July. There are some lips. So, not so bad too. I'm trying practicing. So, and here I worked on lightning and shadowing and reflection and shadows and so on. But I don't really like because I can see all these strokes and I don't like them very much. But I didn't use here any blenders or something. It is what it is. So, and there was a big gap from July till November. Maybe I drew something in another notepad a little, but I'm not sure. I think I just didn't draw anything. So lips, and this is do you remember, guys, series C, where they were all blind and only several people could see something. And as usual, I don't remember names, especially of actors, but it was all I could draw during one series. It's about half an hour or 40 minutes, I don't remember exactly. Not much, but you can see that it's a man at least. I think it's enough. And it's a portrait number 3. So some floral patterns, nothing interesting, with colored pencils, and a lamp, gas lamp, that I found in the house of my grandma. I visited her for several days, and during one day I was bored and tried to draw it, but I've never finished it. So it's 10-minute sketch while I was walking to the sea, and I just got some shapes, sea and sky and this building beneath and a building below, but nothing much, and I didn't do any shadings. That's why it's not a very good example of sketch. Oh my gosh, one more sticker. So again, hair. I can't draw hairs. What is it? It looks so untidy, like I don't know, very bad. So this bonsai tree is from my garden, not my personal garden, but from my condominium. And one more trying of nose, and it's not so good. I don't remember whether it was with tutorial or without, but I like the first one much more than this one. And by the way, it's already 2020. So next one, portrait number 4. 3 portraits a year. How could I have do it better if I had only drawn 3 portraits a year? So this one was again with tutorial. I tried to like build, I call it lines, proportions, but yes, with the first try it was badly, and I didn't have any reference or a model or something. It's just from my head. I just listened to instruction how we should build a face and tried to do it. So it's terrible. Yeah, I can see it. So next was again a little gap between let me see, March and August, and started with this portrait. I decided to draw and paint much more, and this one is the first drawing I made with colored pencils using the reference, but I didn't use any tutorial or instructions or anything. So it was start of my serious painting, drawing and so on. And here I tried a head. I don't know how it's called in English, but in Russian it's обрубовка головы. So, but I didn't draw it from the real sculpture. It again was just a reference, because I don't have such thing at home and I don't go to any studio or school or something. But I'm thinking about it actually. So this one was with a short tutorial, and this face should have been a kind of cartoon face or something, but she looks like a silly, sad girl. Not very good one. And it's portrait number 6. This one was done not so long time after this one, the same day actually, but I used much better tutorial, and there was the reference photo and the video, and it was easier to do it, and I did it better, I think. So I still don't like this very much distance between ear and eye, but anyway, it's much better than this one. So portrait number 7, and here's some practice. 2 small eyes, 2 long nose. It's strange distances between eyes and mouth and so on. She's just ugly, I don't like her. And I tried my tape on paper, whether I can use it or not, or it will damage paper too much. Oh, and this one I drew while going in the train to visit my brother. It was on my way back and I was tired, and I just tried to remember and repeat some of these instructions and structures and so on. Well, it's the 1st of September, just about a week ago, by the way. And I drew it remembering about all these tutorials with structures, and you can see some lines I put here to make it proportionate, but I used photo reference, and actually it had to be a small boy, but it became something, I don't know, between a boy and a man and maybe an old man. So, and here I tried acrylics for the first time. Again, my mother gave me her old acrylics because she moved to another place and she doesn't paint anymore. So I tried to do a landscape with some lavender, and here I just tried to make flowers and to make different shades of green, light green, dark green and so on. And I really like this picture, I don't know why, but it's really pretty. I just love it. I would put it in frame maybe later, I think. So this one is a skull, and here I decided to not only watch tutorials how to make portraits, but also to study some anatomy. And as you can see, again, I tried to make it all proportionate. I put some lines to do all the parts equal, but I didn't read and watched a lot about this part of the face for that time, so I think it's kind of ugly, and a person with such a skull wouldn't be really pretty person, but why not? Oh, and the phone, it's background, just some of paint that was left after my another landscape. I just didn't want to throw it away because I liked the colors, and in life it looks like kind of goldish, but with this light it looks like yellowish, brownish something, I don't know. Let's not think what it is. So next one is a kind of some abstract thing. I heard from many people that when you don't have inspiration and you don't know what to draw and all like that stuff, you should just let your hand go through the piece of paper and do whatever it wants. So I just do this and then add some color, and actually at this moment I understood the meaning of abstract paintings and so on, because I understood that this is actually how my brains felt. That day I was a kind of ill, I had a sore throat, and yes, it explained all my feelings that day. Okay, and the last one. I watched videos when people painted all these cute plant pots with gouache painting, and I liked that so much. I wanted to try it, and finally I did it. And yes, it wasn't so easy as I saw it in the videos, but for the first time I think it's kind of very cute thing. So, and there isn't a date, it was yesterday, so it was the 7th of September. And that is the end. My first ever note part with drawings is over. I couldn't believe when I started it that I ever will finish it. So many pages. It was just impossible for me. But it is done. Goodbye.